Hello traders, and welcome to the Friday wrap-up, which is brought to you every Friday after the New York close. This is September 26, 2014, and this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I'm 11 hours ahead of you, and so I am coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where it is Saturday morning, and I have to tell you, it is a beautiful, bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches. I'll tell you what, after this task is finished, the computers will be off today. We're heading out. Alright traders, let me tell you about myself. I started trading in 2006. In 2008 I retired from a wonderful career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Decided to come to Thailand by recommendation of a friend for a 3-month holiday. Well traders, today I am still here and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Traders, I trade the Forex market every single day. Doesn't mean I necessarily take a trade in the Forex market every single day, but I do trade or am involved in the trading of the Forex markets every single day. Sorry to say, I did take a loss yesterday. I only took one trade and I took a loss yesterday, or today, Friday, the 26th, so not a great way to go into the weekend, but good money management, it's not a big deal. The next trade is around the corner. Alright, traders. Let's see. Let's head over to the legal stuff, and this is the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Trade is very important not to trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Remember, traders, that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Traders, we have a bunch of Forex daily charts. I think we got about 14 of them today that we're going to take a look at. Before we do that, let me give you a short commentary on the week. Traders, last week we've had a lot of movement, and I think the big story of the week is the dollar strength. The dollar index, which I'm going to show you, is going through the roof. The dollar is just so strong at the moment, it is just busting it out. The other issue is the yen. Be careful with your yen pairs as we go into next week. Kuroda, I think, spoke 4 out of 5 days of last week's trading week, and he's doing a lot of talking, and I think they're getting ready to do something. I don't know if they're going to do an intervention or what they're going to do, but they're getting ready to do something, so be careful in your yen trades. Make sure you sit in front of that computer until you are break even and safe, and then go about your business. But I would not leave your computer if you're not break even with the yen pairs. You got to be very careful. All right, traders, remember these are daily charts that we're looking at, and this is the euro dollar. Look at this. Has this been unbelievable? Look at it, is just continued to drop and drop and drop. I don't know why 2 months ago I just didn't put a sell on and just leave it and just forget about it. This pair just continues to fall. And as long as the dollar index continues to rise, there's nothing to do other than sell the euro dollar. All right, traders, let's go over to the pound dollar. Now, the pound dollar reacts a little bit different. It's not as equal with the dollar, but the pound did a nice fib back. If you fib this last swing, you'll see that that's a fib. And what happens? We end Friday with a nice big red candle. Looks like to me it's heading back down, probably to that support level of 1.6070 area. So that's what it looks like to me. It looks like the pen's going to resume the downward motion, and this is definitely a downtrend. So no need to worry about that. All right, let's go over and look at the dollar yen. The dollar yen is just absolutely booming. Went sideways there for a little bit, but you can see that it spiked the previous high of that previous spike. So it has taken out basically that high. Now, if your platform does not have the dollar index, use the dollar yen as your dollar index comparison. Of course, the dollar yen mimics the dollar index chart, and when I show you the dollar index chart, you really have a very good understanding on that. All right, let's head over to the Aussie dollar. And the Aussie continues to lose value, and the dollar just keeps taking off. Look at this, traders. This thing just keeps dumping like unbelievable. And this is beautiful Forex price action. It comes down, gives you that pullback. Look at that, 3 blue candles, comes down, gives you one little pullback on a candle, pulls down, gives you a little pullback, tiny little blue candle, the next 2 days down, pullback, next 2 days and down. This is just absolutely unbelievable how powerful the Aussie dollar and the downtrend is. Well, wait till you see the next chart. Here's a New Zealand dollar, and it's doing the same thing. If you look just underneath that 200 exponential moving average at 0.8430, you'll see that it got a little choppy there. Then all of a sudden aligned itself, and look at this. It's just stair-stepping its way down. Comes down, goes sideways for a couple of days, comes down, goes sideways for a couple of days, and then comes down, and now we have the last 2 days, 2 huge red candles. And we did not have any data on Thursday to cause that big red candle. So pretty interesting. Yesterday we did have some data come out. Michigan sentiment came out, and I think they already have that as a medium impact number. That number always makes the U.S. dollar move. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, you know what? I think on Thursday we had new home sales, and that came out really well. I think they were expecting like 143 or 144, and it came out at like 152 or something like that. So that might be why that Thursday candle is so huge. All right, here's the dollar CAD. I don't look at the dollar CAD very often. I don't trade the dollar CAD very often. They call it the loonie for a reason. However, if you take a look at this spatially and you look at this chart, traders, this is in an uptrend. It has not broken that 200 exponential moving average for a long time. It spiked it a couple of times, but hasn't broken it. We've taken out the previous highs yesterday, which was really very close to a double top. And we took out the previous double top, which was about a week ago, and it's taken that out. So this thing is on the move again, all due to dollar strength. And here we go with the pound Aussie. And this thing is just moving. The Aussie is so weak. The pound Aussie is strong, and away we go. It did take out. However, it did close below Thursday's high. So interesting to see. Keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens on that coming into our next week on Monday and our next Asia session. For those of you, it's Sunday night on the East Coast of the United States. And we'll see how that goes. But this is just so bullish. And, you have to wonder, like, where we're going to get the fib pullback. I'm not saying there's going to be a change of trend and these bullish moves are going to change and everything's going to go back to normal and reverse. I'm just saying at some point these are going to fib. People are going to take profits. People are going to get out of these trades and re-enter them. So, we're seeing some of these charts at extremes, and we're going to have to just wait and see. All right, here's a Euro Aussie. It's one of my favorite pairs to trade. However, the last week it hasn't done very well. It is stuck at that 200 exponential moving average all week. We've been battling this thing. I did make some pips off of this on Wednesday, but I will tell you, this baby is just all over the place when you get down to the lower time frames. I mean, I don't even look at a 15-minute chart on this anymore. In fact, I don't look at 15-minute charts very often anymore anyhow. I like the hourly charts. So, if you look at this, again, this attempted to get above that 200 exponential moving average. No chance. And there we go. It's below the 200 exponential moving average. And basically, this would be a very hard pair to trade. If you said to me, well, do you want to trade this now? No, I wouldn't trade this. This has to make a decision on what it wants to do. So we either need to get a bullish candlestick formation, take out that low, and then we can move forward. Or give us a bullish, and take out that previous week's high, and we'll take it long. All right, on the CAD Yen, just thought I'd throw a little one different on you here. Here's the CAD Yen. This to me just looks like a fib. This looks like a fib rest, and this looks like it's coming up at support. And you can see the last 2 days are equal, and this looks like this will continue the upward movement as we continue into next Monday. Here's the Euro New Zealand. I just thought I'd throw something new in. Interesting to see on Thursday how it busted through that 200 exponential moving average. Look at how many candles before that it could not break that 200 on the daily chart. Well, now it's broken it for the second day. Now it's coming up against some strong resistance. I always say look left of the chart. If you look left of the chart, it is coming up to some resistance over there, and that price level has been respected before. So going into next week, it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out. All right, here's the New Zealand yen, and you can see here again the yen is below the 200 exponential moving average. I pointed out that wick there, so I would expect that we're going to see some sort of a bounce there going into next week, or it's just going to continue the downside. But be very careful with, I keep saying it over and over again, be careful with these yen pairs. They're getting ready to do something, and I don't think they've done an intervention in almost 2 years. And they're getting ready to do something with the yen, and it's just going to be, I don't know what, something's going to happen. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Traders, I don't know why I have 2 euro-dollar charts in this series, but again, the euro-dollar, the dollar is strong. It's coming, though, down to this 200 exponential moving average. I'd be careful of that 138.12, basically that 13800 area. I had watched this. If you look left of the chart, this 200 exponential moving average has been respected, so that might be it. And then this might head back to the upside. So we'll have to keep a really good eye on that as we approach into Asia next week, and probably into Tuesday and Wednesday, and see what happens. Here's the Aussie yen. We always love the Aussie yen. And the Aussie yen, I even talked about this yesterday in the live trading room, and also in my newsletter forecast that I put out every day, that watch the Aussie yen. It's approaching the 200 exponential moving average, and you're probably going to see a bounce there. And look at this, traders. Friday, what do we get? We get a blue candle. Price action is a magnet to the 200 exponential moving average, and who knows what's going to happen. It might come and get lower, but it's not going to get much lower, and it's going to either head up or it's going to break through it and continue down. But as far as I'm concerned, this is a bullish pair, and we only want to buy the Aussie yen. And here's our pound yen. The beast has not been the beast lately. It's there's some pips here, don't get me wrong, but wow, is that some sideways action or what? I tried to get into a trade. I was in my charts for like an hour and a half just watching the pound yen, trying to find out some sort of direction of what it was going to do. And it was sort of like all over the place. But now when you take a look at the daily chart, you can see that this thing is just absolutely sideways. It's in a range, needs to make a decision what it wants to do, and looks like we might get a fib to the downside. So the yen might go in line and decide to come down. But the biggest thing is we must be careful of any yen pair. Traders, ending our series, as always, we always end with the dollar index chart. And traders, look at this.
It's $11.
This is just busting upward. This just keeps taking out high after high. It's just unbelievable how powerful the dollar index is getting, and it's just continuing to climb. And you have to wonder, like, when is it going to stop? And I'm hearing like 110.85. So this just continues to head up. It's just going to be unbelievable, which is good for us. Listen, do we care? We just want to know what it's doing. If it's going to continue to climb, that's great. If it dumps, we don't buy the dollar. That's the way it is. It's, don't make it more difficult than it is. But when you look at a chart like this, you got to say to yourself, wow, that is unbelievable. So that wraps up our daily charts for the Friday wrap-up. And traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me for the Friday wrap-up. I hope you enjoy your 2-day break, and we will see you on Monday for the market opening preview, which is brought to you every single day before the London Open. Traders, have a great break, and coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, bright blue sunny skies and white sandy beaches, and I will be under the gazebo today, having some lunch and a cold one. Take care, traders, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.